Hi all, it's V. From Mykonos, we decided to do an excursion to Delos. Now, I knew it was going to be archaeological ruins, but wow, little did I know. You know I love my ruins, and I love archaeology, and this place was so incredible. I wish I were an archaeologist and could spend a few months here just exploring. There is so much to see. I find it mind-blowing that we can walk on the same streets and into the same houses as people who inhabited Delos between 900 BC and 100 AD. Incredible. The island of Delos. Its golden years only lasted 130 years because of pirates. Pirates raided and either killed or enslaved all the inhabitants. And they call it Greek's Pompeii because they've excavated residences, all sorts of buildings. This was a thriving community with shops and houses, temples, a big theater, even a sewer system. It is one of the most important mythological, historical, and archaeological sites in Greece. In Greek mythology, it is the birthplace of Apollo and Artemis, whose dad was Zeus, the king of the gods. This was a market, one of many on the island. And look at all the cats. There are cats everywhere.
So this was a market, a trading place. In the middle of the square, there were two monuments dedicated to the Greek god Hermes.
There were two monuments dedicated to the Greek god Hermes. The pavement is original. Investigation of ancient stone huts found on the island indicate it has been inhabited since 3000 BC. That is just mind-blowing. I must admit, I expected an archaeological site, not an entire island, and I loved it. We saw many of the highlights, but I'd love to go back and see a lot more. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoy it.
This was the commercial section of the neighborhood. Shops, and more shops. This was a shop.
This was a commercial area. Shops.
The houses start a little further up. The ancient houses of Delos.
That was a shop.
Is that all of them were fitted with bathrooms. There were bathrooms inside, not outside.
How many cats are on the ice?
Countless.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And put them back. Now sometimes
That's where the sewer ran under the street.
Well, then don't meow. Always fixed. He's got his ear.
it's all rocks, and more rocks. In other words, they didn't need to dig to find all that. They simply needed to clean them, as the ruins were overgrown. Very little.
So everything here was found this way. It's original. It's not reconstructed.
You won't be seeing traces of wheels like in Pompeii.
These are shops still.
This would be a two-room shopping. So there's a door.
a mural of Dionysus they found in this house. The cat cleaning itself on the mural. Living room, dining room, most important room in the house. And there would have been wild parties for men only. That was a wine press.
They could afford to import everything.
This would be an open air patio, and everything around it would have been 2 stories with a roof. So this would have had a story above it and a roof. And all of this marble would have been on the upstairs.
These columns have been found all fallen and have been put back. Look at the original one. The material is marble from a nearby island. And they're about 18 feet.
That's a big piece of stucco, and there's another one on the other room that has been preserved well.
Pieces of broken pottery.
This is what the stucco would have looked like. It would have been yellow or red. So the tiles on the edge are original. The one in the middle is a replica because the original is in the Louvre right now. The bathroom. The headless statues let us know who owned this house, and her name was Cleopatra.
And here's how. After the death of Alexander the Great,
I think this window was for money exchange. Delos was the only duty-free place. It was the very first duty-free place in the world, so a lot of trade happened here. Private water cistern, the roof of which has collapsed. So the whole thing would have been marble, and only the front row had backrests because that's the important people or the wealthy people. So this was the public cistern. Water from the theater came down.
The community water well.
This is like the community water.
How they get arches to hold up.
This was the most important street because it led to the temples. There would have been a big gate The small temple up on the hill, way up there, was dedicated to Isis, the Egyptian goddess.
There was also a Jewish synagogue.
There's a Jewish synagogue. They had religious freedom, so a lot of different religions built temples.
There was religious tolerance.
The Temple of Zeus was on top of this mountain where that stairwell is. Temple of Isis. Beyond the ropes was a food market. This was a customs house.
Whatever they needed for. And that was a place. According to the inscription, the customs house was built with money given by King Philip of Macedonia.
Built with money by King Philip of Macedonia.
One with the statue. Other way. Now, what happened to the statue? It was still standing there.
This is the base of the statue of Apollo. It was gigantic. Literally. At some point, the grand statue of Apollo was broken into pieces. There are a few pieces in different museums, but the head is still missing. Those two big pieces of marble are the only pieces of the big statue of Apollo that they can find. Temple of Apollo. Temple of Artemis. Those three columns, the only thing left standing. This was a water fountain.
I guess I've lost the camera.
Slave market.
Every day. But you see,
Terrace of the Lions, done by the Naxians. The most famous site on Delos, the Avenue of the Lions. According to legend, this is where Apollo was born. And these are replicas. Faithful replicas. The Temple of Zeus was once on top of that mountain where the stairway is. These are the houses for security, archaeologists. Just a few people live on the island.